Hey you guys, okay, so today we're doing a video all about the best of 2020. I think that it's like you always hear everyone say, oh, I'm so over this year, I'm done. And this year especially, I mean, I don't even have to say anything. I feel like that's just, I mean, I don't even need to hear one more person say that they're done with this year, right? So I wanted though to celebrate all the good things that we discovered this year, share with you guys sort of like the best of, talk about things that I discovered this year that became favorites or things that just like, you know, like changed my life. And I have a few home things, mostly beauty. My next video is gonna be more like clothing oriented, so I think that'll be good. I'm gonna mention a few things here, and we're just gonna, I mean, just laid back, we're just gonna go through it, and I'm really excited. I think I've got some really great things to share with you guys, and kind of just like a yearly, like rounding out all the favorites. Favorites videos are always some of my favorites, if not my favorites to do, because I like talking about good stuff. I love sharing with you guys my opinions on things, good or bad, but talking about things that I'm truly passionate about, things that I really love, you know, obviously that's much more fun. And that's kind of what, you know, it's obviously what all of this is about, but I think that this end of year one is even better because it's like, you know, I try to do something like that every month. Some months, you know, I'll skip around or whatever because I truly do stick with what works. And I think that you guys kind of know that about me. Like I'm not just on to the next every single month. Like I like things that I like. If I love something, I'm going to stick with it, right? But part of what I do here or what I do here, I try new things. I discover really great new things with you guys. So, so we're going to talk about everything. It's crazy because in so many ways this year seems like, it has seemed like an eternity. I mean, my God, like we've all lived it, like we all get it. But at the same time, like I look at some of these things and I think like, wow, it has been a blur in other ways. I feel like this year we've lived a lot differently. I feel like what I've enjoyed has been a lot different, but I have gotten more like appreciative of what I enjoy or into what I enjoy, or I'm just gonna get things that are good. I'm not gonna waste my money on stuff I don't like. You know what I mean? Like the self-care, all this stuff that people are doing to make themselves feel better, which of course that's what we do here. That's what this is all about. I'm only gonna waste my, I don't wanna say waste my time on the good stuff, but spend my time on the good stuff. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm really excited about all of this, and I just have so many things to share. And again, like, you know, you can talk about all these negative things. Like this year, I feel like I've done so many videos on, you know, my thoughts on everything and personal stuff, but then also keeping it light and keeping it positive, which I think is so important. And, you know, we can dwell on negative things. We could talk about all these, but I'll be damned if I'm gonna stay in 2020. Do you know what I mean? I am focusing on the positives. I am moving forward and moving forward with all these good things. So when I talk about these things in this video, it's gonna truly be stuff that are favorites, but that I discovered this year, you know, or things that really just kind of like defined things that I was using or doing this year. And I feel kind of like, you know, obviously there's so many things. If I was like, oh, let me just round up all my favorites, it would be things, a lot of them that you've seen over and over the years, and that's not what this is gonna be. It's gonna be things that we truly discovered this year and everything, and so that's that. Okay, so before we get started, I'll tell you guys what I'm wearing. I had to put these on because you'll know, I think I got these at the end of year before last, but these are just my favorite earrings, okay? I wear them all the time. And this year, not so much because, you know, the masks and everything, hoop earrings are just not super conducive to that. I've been wearing like smaller, you know, so you can get it on. So I just missed wearing these. I was like, I'm wearing these because they just make me feel so good. As far as like jewelry and clothing, this is something that I have not mentioned in recent videos. My other ring is still being fixed. If you guys have asked questions about my ring, this is my original one. But yeah, if you saw my Instagram, you saw what happened to my other one. But anyways, so I got this love ring when I was pregnant, and so I was like, I really want to wear it now. So I went and I, you know, swapped it for a larger one, and it is just like, it will sling right off. So I like the look of these love bands stacked with other rings. And so for years I had one that was just like a little eternity band that was, you know, like little diamonds or whatever. But I got this one It looks very like those Hermes bands, and this is from Bauble Bar, and it is so inexpensive, but so cute. It's got like a little stone on the inside of it. I like how they do that with their rings. Let's get into it. So clothing wise, like I said, I do have a big like kind of clothing centered video coming up next. Today, I'm just very relaxed, okay? I let my hair air dry. It's messy. I didn't want to put a lot of heat on it, and that's the thing. Y'all know for years I've said that I don't do a lot of heat on my hair. Today, it's just super laid back. This is what I do most days. Very laid back, or I'll put it back in a little scrunchie. I love these silk ones, or these. I'll link to those that I use. But on the daily, especially 2020, all about the loungewear. I think that brands really like hit it big with the loungewear. Like every brand, you know. Oh my gosh, y'all. I have the cutest like nude like sweater, like you could wear it out of your house lounge set that doesn't look super bummy, that I'm gonna show in my next video. I think I'm gonna wear it for that video. But anyways, yeah, lounge sets have been what I'm all about. My friend Jen's brand, L&M, I have been wearing her stuff for years. She's one of my best friends, and her brand has always had that vibe of like just the best sweatshirts, the best t-shirts. And this year she killed it with the lounge sets, and I'm not kidding, that's what I live in. Like I wake up every day and I'll wear some like 2 days in a row, you know what I mean, or whatever, or longer, or just like alternate them. This is one of my favorite ones. I can't even, it's so hard to pick a favorite. You know, the ones that look a little like cloud tie-dye type of thing, or everything is just done so well. But I love this pink one. That's what I'm wearing today. Her pants have just the most perfect fit. And if you can see my floor, I always put, the other day, I was filming in here a while back, and you could see like towels all over the floor. It's for the echo. Like I put junk down all over the floor. So if you see, I don't know where you're seeing, I think that's a mat. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I've been living in. Something that I discovered this year for my house that was probably one of the biggest game changers. We'll get into the beauty and stuff in a second. Let me, I gotta talk about this, okay? So I've been meaning to mention this in a lot of videos, and I think I briefly mentioned it at some point, but the Roomba robots, you guys. Okay, I had the shark one, which that's still in our basement. We have 3 levels. We have our basement, our main level, and then this level. And when you get those robots, you truly do have to have one for each level. You can't just be bringing it down. And that's because, especially with the Roombas, because they map your floors. And that first time that they run like extra long because they're learning your house. And so they look like they're being a little, you know, wonky or stupid. You know, you're like, why are they going there? Because they're really mapping it out. On your phone, it'll have like a map of your floor plan. And then the next time when you turn it on, they're just like, boop, boop. Like it can be wound way back in here in this closet. And if the battery starts going low and it needs to charge back up, you'll see, like Brad was in here taking a shower one day, and he was like, I was literally like in the shower. I saw the robot like turn around, like came out the door, made the turn, left. And I know that's what they're supposed to do, you know, he's like, and then it just turned the corner and headed on out. And I know that's funny to say like that's what they should do, but my shark one was one of those that like it would back up and it would hit and it would just keep hitting, you know, and it would eventually get everything. But I really like the Roomba ones, are so worth it. And they make them in like 3,000 different versions. It's just crazy. But the one that I have is really good for pet hair. It's really good for different surfaces. Works well like going up on rugs, and rarely gets stuck. Will not go down the stairs. I don't have any barrier on our stairs, like both sets of stairs. It will not go down the ledges. So that's really nice. You don't have to worry about that. I really want to get another one for the basement. When you have a dog like we do that sheds, I mean, I just always have been used to having floors that are a little furry, and I lugging around your vacuum, like clunking it out, you know, every day. It just, and that's honestly what you would have to do. People are like, oh, what do you do with your dog? And I'm like, I just vacuum. Literally, I have to vacuum every day, or my house looks, and I'm not exaggerating, like massive tumbleweeds. Waylon sheds very, very badly, okay? But these Roombas are just life-changing. So I have 2 of those, and then the shark one downstairs. Just like I said, I don't really want to get a different one. But, you know, here's the thing. I love them so much. I will link to the exact one that I have. It takes a long time to get through your house, depending on like the size of your house. Ours, like you can start it in the morning. It'll do about half of each level. Like, so it'll do like half of the upstairs or half of the downstairs before it starts like running out of battery, and then it goes back, it charges for a couple more hours, and then it comes back out and finishes the job. So yeah, they work a long time during the day. So it just depends, and then you have like a nice little app, whatever. I'm just saying, and this is not sponsored in any way, they are so worth it, and I have felt so much better just about my house, and everything's clean. You know, I love it. I just really, really love it. Okay, so what else? Let's get into the beauty stuff. Speaking of earrings, like because of the mask and everything, like I was super into hoops, I have been so into little Huggy earrings. I will link to the set. That is just a game changer. I love it so much. So I will link to the sets of Huggies. These are actually from it. They're gold plated. They're beautiful. You can stack a few. You get the effect of a hoop, but you can still like put your mask on over it and not be like all awkward when you're out in public. Okay. So if you missed these from one of my recent videos, check these out. This is something that I discovered this year. I'm overspending $25, $20, whatever, for a new beauty blender every few months. It's just my favorite thing, and I just feel like no copycat brands really do it the right way. These you get, I think, like 7 or 8 for maybe like $7. They act exactly the same when you wet them. They puff up. They're that same feeling material. They're just wonderful. They actually, it's the first thing I've gotten that actually compares to a beauty blender, and they are dirt cheap. So check those out. Hair stuff, beauty stuff, makeup. Let's talk about some eye masks. Okay, these are new, and I used these this morning. I love an eye mask, you guys. I like ones that are very wet. I love the Shiseido Benefiance, has the retinol in it. Those are very good. The retinol is a bit much. You can't use them every single day. Not that, you know, you're using these every day. I love them, and those are just some of my favorites, okay? These, I saved it so you guys could see how pretty they are. It's just just 2 stuck together. So what I used this morning, I love to use them like before I'm filming or before I'm doing my makeup or going somewhere. Like it for like the wrinkles. It's really like hydrating, the depuffing, whatever. These are so good. It's the Wander Baggage Claim 18 karat gold masks, and the gold really like creates a barrier to like keep the product in so that it doesn't like evaporate. Because sometimes like you'll be doing an eye mask and then like in 10 minutes it feels dry, and you're like, and you peel it off and you're like, where'd it go? It evaporated through the mask. That's why the mask itself is very important. These are very wet. They're very, very good. I like those better than like the little gel ones that you get in a pot or whatever that are just kind of like gel and nothing on them. These are very good. So I will link to those. These are very good too. Now, again, these are ones that I used last night. I stuck them together so you could see. It's the kind that, you know, comes with the separate masks that are dry. You can reuse these again and again, maybe 2-3 times, because you have so much product in the little roller. And then when you're done with them, you can keep the roller and just use the serum. It's the Chanel Le Lift, and it's good for wrinkles, good for puffiness. You roll on the product, and then you stick these on. Well, no, I'm not gonna be able to. Oh yeah, you can separate them. And they're sticky, okay? Like the pads themselves are sticky, but they're very jelly. And you know, you put them on, whatever, they're cute. They say Chanel. But some of them made like this, when you pull them off, it's like a sticker and it's peeling your skin off. These don't do that. You just have to get the roller very wet. But when I use these, like last night, I felt like, you know, my eyes looked a little wrinkly, like a little crepey. And then when you pull these off, it's really gone. Like these get amazing reviews. I know sometimes like Chanel stuff, you're like, is it good? These are very, very good. I have loved those. Love a good eye mask, right? Something else, these LED masks. This I think I got a few years ago. I use this when I use my micro needler. I've really been into my micro needler this year. That has been such a game changer. But I put on this, you know, this red mask while I'm micro needling my face. It helps with collagen, rebuilding, you know, stuff. But I got this as well, and I'm not kidding you guys. This has been like one of my favorite gadgets ever. It's this, you know, this LED mask. So it has the red, just like the little eye one, blue for acne, and then it mixes them together for both. So I love it. I know, like, when you use it, you can kind of feel it tingling, not burning, but just like, you can tell it's doing something. Do you know what I mean? And it is like a proven science behind that. So I love, love, love that mask. Let's just go ahead and do the rest of the skin stuff. Okay, so if you watch my videos on, like, you know, my skincare videos or whatever, I very rarely change it up, you know, like my main products, but I like to add in things here and there. These I got from Aesthetic Specialty Center, which is where I go like for dermatology and stuff. And I like this, the HA5 for, you know, I put it a little bit on my fingers and I put it around my eyes like every day. And like just, not just like an eye cream, I put it like everywhere, this whole area. Then of course I put eye cream over it. But it's like 5 different kinds of hyaluronic acid. I put it like around my lips and my mouth. It's just so good. And then this Tns Advanced Serum. This is expensive. Both of these products are, but I'm not kidding. I really do feel like I've gotten great results with these. I do this before my moisturizer, so it's kind of like a serum, whatever, serum. It's not greasy. This I can put all over my face. It will not break me out. This I like to use just around my eyes and my mouth. But those have been so great. You know, and speaking of just like the way my skin looks, the roller, okay, I've talked about that for years. This is something new. Okay, so this is something that I've really been enjoying. If you watched a few nights ago, I was doing stories on Instagram. I was wearing this mask. It's the Tatcha Violet C Radiance Mask. I got it this year, but I didn't really get into it super, you know, like all in when I first got it. I was, you know, using other things. I really like my baby facial mask. There's one from Colleen that I really love. But as far as like new things this year, this is a good one. And in those stories, I said what's cool about it. First of all, it's purple, so it's really cute and everything. Tiniest bit goes a long way, so you don't have to like, some masks I feel like they're just gone, you know, like in a heartbeat. This is a good product, but anyways, it's not something that's too moisturizing. It's something that's not too like gonna suck the life out of your skin and you feel like, you know, you can't use it too often. It's just a good mask. When you take it off, your skin looks glowy, it's brightening, you know, all the good things, but a really good one. And it smells really nice, kind of like lavender. It's just a very beautiful product and I really do love that. So as far as like makeup foundation, I have something new. I know I want to do the clothing video this week, but I think I'm also going to do a beauty thing because I've got some new beauty that, you know, I wanted to really give it its own, kind of its own thing. But so that'll be coming up. Okay, this year has been all about where makeup is concerned. Like, and I feel like I've said this in a lot of videos over the years, but I want the maximum result with like minimal effort. I'm not gonna be pulling out 3,000 colors from a palette, layering all these powder cream, baking, blah, 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 you know, the craziness. I don't want all of that time. I truly think that there's things that you can do. There are things that you can do to get that result without all of the things, all of the effort. You know, I like to do my makeup. I like to look good, you know, daily. I just don't want to sit and waste away 10, 20, 30 minutes, an hour of my life. I want to do it just like that. I want products I can take with me, like just whatever, okay? I have kind of been out of the like eyeshadow palettes, very complicated eye look realm for a long time now. I just think it's kind of just not realistic for me. And just honestly, I don't think it looks as, I think that you can find things, like this is one product, it took me probably 15 seconds to apply, and it makes me feel a little like extra, you know, like I've put something on my eyes, but I didn't have to tug with the brushes. I think that is gonna be a big thing several years from now, is trying to reverse all of these people that have the damage from all of this aggressive blending with brushes. And like, even if you think you're doing it lightly, that skin is so paper thin, you know, whatever. But I think there's just tons of better products you can use. These two, okay, the Charlotte Tilbury, the Mousse and Marie Antoinette. This is the first one that I got. This is just one of those all over colors, just one color, boom, you're done. This is the one that I'm wearing today in Bet, which is the same product, but it's a little warmer. Out of the two, I think I prefer Bet. It's kind of moussey. It's pretty. You can use you can use a brush. You can just use your finger, just dab it on, and boom, you're done. Okay, like, and I used the tiniest bit of this. It's my favorite eye pencil. I think it's called Barbarella Brown by Charlotte Tilbury, and I just smudged it. I'd say mostly this year, this is what I've used. It's the Julep Cream to Powder in Bronze, and this is just the best eyeshadow stick you will ever find. It has another little smudger on the end. This is the best color. I just love it. You guys, this is the best. Like, honestly, if I had to get rid of all of them, I would just keep this one. But this one's good too. This is the one that I talked about in a recent video, and I almost didn't show it because I'm like, yeah, is this too new to show? Not really. I've been wearing it a lot. I've even sharpened it a couple times since I got it. It's the Pink Seashells Nude Sticks. Again, just one of those products, a little lighter than those. So this might be good just for every day. It doesn't look overtly pink. It's just really pretty. Something else, like speaking of, I have not been doing like a lot of, you know, this year especially, like lipstick and this and that, or, you know, sure, there's like certain, I love those buxom lip glosses and stuff, but this is honestly what I've been using just pretty much every single day. The Lip Volumizer by Lemare. I think this is like my second or third one, and I have like another fresh one waiting to go because I don't even remember how many of these I've used. And I say that because I think that's important, okay? And I'm like, that's okay. And I was like, it's my first one, I don't even know. And then the Pillow Talk Lip Liner by Tilbury. So good. The perfect shade. I think you can get all these different lip liners. Oh, and the perfect nude and the perfect pink. I can wear this with nude lips. I can wear this with pink. I can wear this with any color. It's just universal, and it is that good. And then speaking of like, you know, the eyeshadows that I was using, that's just very like put them on and go type of thing. And you know, these matter too, the serums, okay? If you have a good lash serum and brow serum, you don't have to do much to your lashes. You don't have to do much to your brows. I literally don't even have to fill my brows in with a pencil anymore. I just use like a little tinted brow gel. I will link to my brow and lash serums. But y'all, this is a product that I discovered this year, and I've used a whole bunch of it. It's the Chanel Le Beige Blush number 21. The most perfect color, the most perfect stick blush ever. I do not like to put creamy products on my face usually because I will break out, especially, I have to be careful with my cheeks. My cheeks usually, knock on wood, don't break out, but I do have to be careful. I can't put really greasy things on them, and I want it to last, so I don't want like a greasy blush or something. This is like powdery perfection, but blendable, creamy. Yeah, you can use your fingers to blend it in, but what I like to do is I'll put, it's what I'm wearing today, so I'm just gonna put on a whole bunch. Just put a little bit on. You know, like I said, you can put it on with your finger, but I don't like to really put my fingers on my face a lot. I don't know. Just take a brush, and it is that good of a cream product where it will blend in just with not like a synthetic brush even that you think for cream products, just like with any fluffy brush, it blends in like the most beautiful powder. This product itself has amazing staying power. Sorry. It sets beautifully, and I like that it doesn't look like a super shimmery blush or a super like chalky pink blush. It looks like your skin. It just blends right in. And how easy. Throw this in your bag, throw this in your makeup bag if you go somewhere, whatever. You literally like need nothing else. Okay, I was gonna do a few other things. Okay, so with vitamins, I am not sponsored by this company at all because everyone, their mother is, from every podcast I listen to, everybody, like, you know, influencers, people on YouTube, it's become a thing. I bought these maybe a year and a half ago. I started taking these. I've had a subscription since then. You know, there's been times when I've paused it and tried like different little gummy vitamins or different things, but this is just something that is easy for me to stick to because I like gummy vitamins. There was a time, maybe about a year ago, I was using some gummy vitamins. And the thing with gummy vitamins is like, sometimes I don't always have the taste because they're almost like food, you know what I mean? I don't like a sugary, whatever. These are so good. I keep them in my medicine cabinet, take them every day. They smell like mint. They have them for men now. They have prenatal ones. They have them for teenagers. The women's ones were just the original. And big thing about these, it is not one of those stupid multivitamins that has a list this long of ingredients that I'm like, whoa, like, do I even need that? And it's like 170,000% of your daily value of this. And I'm like, like, is that necessary? Like, am I gonna have kidneys left after this? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, you know, it's just a lot. The big thing is that it's exactly what you need. It's like pure ingredients that they talk about. They don't have ingredients that I am very sensitive to. I get like massive like acne breakouts like over the years when I use certain vitamins that have large amounts of biotin or things that have large amounts of other certain ingredients. I can't do iodine. So it's hard for me to find multivitamins, honestly. Okay, so if you're looking, that's the good. I'm sure you've heard about them before, but if you wanted someone that's like totally unbiased, and like I said, like I did not start hawking these like from the second I took them or from the second they hit my doorstep. Like I've been taking them for maybe a year and a half, and I don't think I've ever even talked about them on here. They're just easy. They come to your door every month. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Let's move on. So, Like I said, I kind of was brief about this in the beginning. I didn't do anything to it today. It doesn't always look perfect, obviously. I've grown out a bob, people. People are like, oh, your hair looks a lot thinner. No shit, because I literally grew it out from here. I've told this story so many times. I just was like, okay, I've done the long, thick hair. Now I want short hair. Like I was over it, and I got the bob, and I loved that hairstyle. That was probably one of my favorite bobs I've ever gotten, because I've always just kind of like, you know, changed it up over the years. But I went nuts with the bleach. I went too often to get it bleached. I had too much blonde, and then my bangs literally broke off. Like this pretty like swoop of hair here, I did not have that with, it was literally like it broke off from here. Like, and this is where it used to be. This is all my natural color, okay? Until like maybe about like bleach and all that shit was like way down here. I use a toner to kind of like even it out, which I will link. I gotta show that toner. That's a good thing to show. That helps you grow out, you know, hair color. But literally it was just breaking off from the damage. So it was like, I left it alone. I ended up getting like a root shadow to help it like grow out a little better, you know, probably a year and a half or so ago. And then I just let it grow. And I just was like, you know what? It may not look perfect for a while, but I'm gonna get it back. And now when I feel it like up here, like just half of my hair right there, feeling like how thick that is, and like if I put it all just in that top part, it feels like the ponytail feels thicker again, as opposed to like if you felt it down here, it's not. Because you gotta think, when you grow hair out, that's what happens. That's why people say like your hair looks thicker, it looks longer if you get regular trims. Yes, when you're growing it out, that's hard to do. But the regular trims, you know, keep it thick on the bottom, keep it from, but when you think like this is hair that I was growing out from like up here that may not have been trimmed, like that's a lot, you know what I mean? So it's hard to explain if you really understand it, but that's kind of what I was dealing with. I was growing out hair, first of all, just for length, and I was growing out bleached hair. So really like no heat, no unnecessary like salon treatments and bleaching, coloring, like none of that. I just let it go. Use tons of deep conditioner. This is a product that I really, really love. This is my like second bottle of this. And it's something that I really do notice a difference when I use it. It's the Quench and Shine Restorative Shampoo, Moringa Oil, Shea Butter, Biotin, Niacinamide, blah, 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 blah. Color safe. This is such a good shampoo, you guys. I'm addicted to it. I love that it's simple because this is the conditioner. She doesn't have like two different conditioners, like a deep conditioner and a regular one. This is the daily conditioner, but it's like a deep conditioner. It makes your hair feel like, I don't know, when I use it, I just feel like my hair feels thick and it feels better and just happier. So I really like it. It makes my hair look shiny and pretty. Cannot recommend this enough. I just absolutely love her products. And she has like a hair oil that you use like as a styling product, but I just saw that she's coming out with, or maybe she has now, like a cream, like a styling cream, which is what I'm all about. So I can't wait to try that, because that's really what I swear by. Even though I have like finer hair, I've always used products that are moisturizing and things that take care of it, you know, like for breakage and stuff like that. And this is so good. I really do like this one. This like leave-in cream. It's like a heat protectant. It's a moisture, whatever, like for damage. Speaking of heat protectant, this Way heat protection spray is the best I've tried for years. Even pre-YouTube, I used the Redken. Oh my gosh, what it was called, the Hot Off the Press. I have like one little bottle of that, and that's probably like 5 years old. I don't even know. But I would use that for years, like when I would curl my hair and stuff. And I don't do it a lot, you know, because again, I'm trying to like save my little ends as it's growing out. I can't wait until the whole thing is like fresh hair, because I don't know, it feels so good. Like the hair up top feels real good. Not that this doesn't, but it's still kind of like the bleached ends, you know, like they're hanging on for dear life. But this smells like lily, gardenia, just yumminess. But when you use a heat protection spray, or when you're gonna use like a curling iron or something, I never have understood like those sprays that are really wet, because then it's like, I want an aerosol. This is perfection. It's so good. Oh my gosh, like, oh, it's just amazing. So really do like that if I'm ever gonna use, like for blow drying. I mean, this will do. I use this every day anyways. For, you know, air drying, blow drying, whatever, this will do. So that's good heat protection for blow drying. But if you're gonna use an actual like iron or a curling heat tool of any kind, you gotta use something extra. And this is just where it's at. Oh my God, it's the best stuff ever. This is the hair product I was talking about. This DP Hue, the Gloss Plus Semi-Permanent Hair Color and Deep Conditioner. You can use it as often as you want. It's not damaging. Comes in so many different colors. And my very favorite shade that works the best for me is the light brown. Let me tell you what you do with this, or who I guess would benefit from it. Honestly, I think a lot of us over quarantine, I've seen a lot of people go darker. People, you know, are embracing their natural hair color. You know, you're at home more, so maybe, you know, you don't care about getting your roots done all the time, or you think, oh, maybe I can let it go for a little while and avoid some of the damage, because it's so like, my hair up at the top feels like completely different hair, and that's okay. My hair was fine when it was colored. It's a fact of like, we all, you know, a lot of us are gonna color our hair. I'm trying to embrace mine as long as I can before I start getting gray, because every day I'm like, oh gosh, like I look and I'm like, when's it coming? So I get it, but if you are like me and you had very bleached hair, now when it gets toward the bottom, it like doesn't even matter. But that phase when it's like only a couple of inches out and you can see the line, like I said, maybe about a year and a half ago, 2 years, I don't remember how long ago it was, I got a root shadow where you literally like, they'll paint, you know, like do like a little color on your roots to keep it from looking like a line. You know, like they'll kind of just blend that line like in a darker shade that matches your roots. But you know, that even will fade. So after like even 6 months, whatever, you're kind of back where you started. And I find that a product like this is so nice because it will kind of cling on to those lighter ends and make it look not so jarring of a difference. Like mine's probably completely washed out now, or maybe not, I don't know. It really does like stain your hair. So you have to be careful about what color you get. Like if you're a very platinum blonde, you want to be careful, okay? Like you don't want to get like a super, super dark color or something. But I was very blonde on my ends and I went for a light brown. And, you know, it's very dark compared to that, but it definitely blended it a little better. And it's better than, I think, the alternative. You know, I mean, who cares? It's not damaging. It's like a color boost. It's very, like, luxurious feeling. What I would do is once a month I haven't used it in a while, but I haven't even used it in that amount of time. I probably need to do it again soon. I have, like, one hair that is, like, latched on to this eyelash that is, like... I'll wash my hair in the shower. I'll, you know, kind of squeeze the water out, do something else in there for a few minutes and let some of the water get out of it. You know, like let it, you know, just don't put it on like super drenched hair because I want it to really like soak in. Put it on all over, right? I put it on like from like pretty much like from, I mean, I don't want to get it around my hairline, but like, you know, my roots, whatever, because you don't want to miss. Sometimes I would, you know, like if you're in the shower and your hair is like back, you know, like with the wet, I would miss that blonde part of my bangs, you know what I mean? So you want to get it up, you know, all over, let it sit for like 10 minutes or so and then rinse it out. And that's fine. You know, there's been times, I think the first time I ever used it, I literally was like, I want this to really take. So I put it on and I put on like a shower cap, got out of the shower and let it sit for like 30 minutes. Maybe don't do that the first time, you know, before you know what it's gonna do. Just 10 minutes, 10 minutes will do, yeah. So it's 3 to 20 minutes, so, okay, whatever. But you can look at all the colors. It's very impressive. The color range, even if you're blonde and you're not trying to darken your hair, but you just want like your blonde to maybe get a boost or it's looking a little brassy or just to brighten it, that's really nice too. But it's not gonna, you can't put like a blonde on dark and it go blonde because there's no bleach. It's not gonna bleach. It's just gonna enhance what you have. But the darker colors have pigment. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just a pigment thing. So yeah, if you put the dark on blonde, it's gonna stain your blonde. And that's what I want. The more that I've used it, the more I felt that the less that I felt like I've had to use it. Because I do feel like it's truly kind of like stained my hair. And I will say that's a good, I think, testament for this being color safe. It just doesn't wash out, you know, like the color isn't like washing out very often. So I feel like if you had like really like a good like professional dye job, you know what I mean? You could feel really confident using this too because it is color safe. Okay, For body products, you guys, I could, like, I feel like, especially during quarantine and stuff, you know, taking a little extra time for myself, making sure that my skin is healthy and like taken care of, and especially, you know, being out at the pool a lot this summer and stuff too, and being out in the sun, I feel like my skin looked prettier than ever. And yeah, I did get a bit of a tan this year, whereas usually I don't. But I think this really kind of like kept my skin looking nice. This Herbivore, the coconut oil, and the jasmine. They're both just body oils that you use like a lotion. They're just so good. The jasmine smells incredible, but the coconut one does smell like actual real coconut oil, not like fakey coconut. But the sheen that it gives your skin is so beautiful, not in a disgusting way, but it just makes your skin look and feel healthy. And I've gone through so many of these, I feel, this year. I kind of was like, especially when we were going to the pool, I was like loading it on, okay? Maybe not the best thing to be doing, but whatever. Whatever, it made me feel good. So those are so good any time of year, right? But in the winter, like for your winter skin, so good. And then where fragrances are concerned, something new. This is fairly new, but it's the best Byredos. And the more and more I use this, the more and more I love it. This is the one that I talked about in a recent video last month that had, you know, all the different colored caps you could get. But I have kind of a little Byredo collection going, and I thought I just want to get the black, but the Lil Floor. It's, you know, funny to me because I smell it, I'm like, it is truly a combination of what I like about every other Byredo scent. It has the freshness kind of like what I like in the Blanche, kind of like clean, very clean, right? But then it has like the creaminess, the powderiness that I like in the Mojave Ghost. It's not heavy, but it has like some substance to it. It has a little like bright like hint of citrus, which I don't know if it truly does, but I do kind of smell something that's like a little like bright. Maybe it's just like that it's very fresh, but then it does have like a very like a little bit of like a floral soft lily scent to it. This is good. And I feel like with Byredo scents, I am very much like, I like to layer them. This one I feel is just so good on its own. So the Lil Floor, such a good one. And then this is not something that I discovered this year, but it's my most worn fragrance by far this year, the Delina exclusive. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I mean, if you're a fragrance lover and you have not tried these, I know they're expensive, but you can catch them sometime where they do run a little bit of a sale. I think they were doing something recently. They do have the regular Delina, but this is the Delina exclusive. Oh my goodness, you guys. It is just everything. I feel like this has become more like my signature scent. This is, I smell it and it's just my most like cozy, comforting, just my favorite. And then something kind of surprising that I went to. So I have the Gucci Bloom, like the hair mist, and I use that every now and then, and I just don't really talk about it. I don't know, it's just something that I like. But I started wearing the perfume several months back here and there, and something interesting about it, it's one of those scents that I feel every brand has that's a copy of the Michael Kors. Y'all know what I'm talking about, the Michael Kors perfume that everybody and their mother had years ago. And every single brand has a copycat of it. Very like tuberose, gardenia, heavy, very just like, like comforting, sweet. And this one, just hear me out. I know it's like, oh, it's a copycat of everything. This one has something a little bit different to it because it has that, but it is done in a very like, I don't know, I feel like it's just done in a nicer way. There's just a hint of something else that makes it fresher or that just makes it better. So, and the bottle is just so like fabulous and pretty, the Gucci Bloom. What I kind of don't like about those, you can't tell when you're running out because the bottle is literally painted, so that's great. But if you've never tried the hair mist of that, the hair mist is good, y'all. Okay, you guys, I think that is it. I will link to everything. I know I was like very product heavy, it was a lot, but you know, there's so much more. Some, like I said, clothing, there might be like some bag things and stuff like that. And I do, like I said, I have a clothing video coming up soon, some new beauty coming up this week. And I do kind of want to do something else at the very end of the year to kind of close us out. So some personal things coming up, things like that. Like I said, the Q&A. I'm excited, you guys. I'm excited for the year ahead. You know, we look back and we can say all the bad things that happened this year. It happened, you know, this has been a year unlike any other in so many different ways. I am so excited to just put like a concrete ending to it, to start fresh. I think that's such a powerful thing to do every year, but to also reflect on positive things as well. And I hope that you guys will pick up some of these things, try some of these things, and that you'll love them too. So I hope that you guys are doing well. I'll see you guys this week with 2 new videos, and I'll talk to you then. Bye, y'all.